Hello everyone. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing today? So I am going to do a really cute Easter topiary, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to turn out pretty cute. So we'll see. So here are the supplies that I have. I have a styrofoam tree. This one is 9 inches tall. And then I have my little mini Easter eggs that I got from Hobby Lobby. And they were pretty cheap. They were less than, less than $4, I think. Hey, Pam. And then what I have is a little wooden candlestick and a wooden plaque. This is, I believe it's a 4-inch wooden plaque, and then this candlestick. Both of these were raw wood. Sorry, y'all. My husband's calling. Let me send him a Facebook message really quick. I'm supposed to let him know when I go live, and I always forget. So I'm going to message him really quick so that he doesn't wonder what the heck is going on. Let's see. Andrew. I'm live. Okay. All good. Now he won't call me a bunch of times wondering what the heck's going on. Okay. So, hey, Vicky. Alright, so we're making a topiary. Let me just start over. We're making an Easter egg topiary, and I have a 9-inch styrofoam tree form. You can get these at any craft store. I have a cute little wooden candlestick and a wooden plaque. These both came from a craft store, either Hobby Lobby, Michael's. You can get them at both. They were unfinished, and I painted them. And then the little mini Easter eggs from Hobby Lobby and a bag of moss. You can get this moss at Dollar Tree. That's pretty much the only place I ever buy it from. I just have a bunch. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully it's cute. So let's stay tuned and we'll see how this goes. I have to paint another coat on my little candlestick. So I'm going to do that first. So it can dry. And this, I really wanted to do white. But like a dummy, hey Pat, like a dummy, I left my white paint sitting out with the lid off, and it was completely dried. It was a rock solid piece of paint. So, hey Allie. So anyways, I don't have any white paint right now, so I'm using this green. This is a green that I custom mixed for Easter. It's just a really pretty springy green. I have a tendency to custom mix paint a lot because I don't have what I need or what I have in my mind, and so I'll just put a bunch of colors together to get what I want and get the look that I'm going for. So don't be afraid to do that to get the color that you need or that you want. So I'm just going over this really quick. Let me move this out of the way so y'all can see. And I'm not going to distress this. I know y'all are probably like, what? This I already had. All of this stuff is just stuff that I already had. And I had this candlestick and plaque that I had bought for another project, and I ended up not using it, and it was already painted hot pink. And so I'm not going to distress it because I don't want that hot pink to show through, because whenever I sand it, you're just going to see hot pink underneath the green, and that's not going to look very good. So if you do this and you grab some of these and they're raw wood, then by all means, distress it if you want to. Also, another thought on this you can go to Goodwill or thrift stores, and 9 times out of 10 you can find those brass candlesticks that have just been around for years and years. And so you can probably find just any kind of candlestick at a Goodwill or a thrift store for really cheap, and you could use something like that. They're very cheap. I think these are like 49 cents, and then the candlestick, I mean, you really shouldn't have to pay much more than $2 for it. Honestly, you could probably get it for $1 or less, depending on where you're at. And if you use a brass candlestick, like I said, it would still work, but you'll probably want to use chalk paint to paint it, because that's what's going to stick onto the brass. And then you may need to use a different type of glue to adhere it all together, because the hot glue won't stick to the brass as well as it would to the wood. So I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to get started on our topiary part of the thing. So I'm going to take my little styrofoam tree form, and these are fairly inexpensive as well. I mean, I'm not going to say they're cheap. Used to, you could find the smaller ones at the Dollar Tree in a pack of 2. I haven't seen those in a while. But these 9-inch ones, I mean, I don't know exactly how much they are, but less than $4. And you could use a coupon at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and at Joann's. And also Walmart. You could get them at Walmart too. So we're going to start. Oh, also, sorry, I keep thinking of things. If you wanted, and you wanted to make this even cheaper, you could do this out of paper. So you could make a form out of paper and just do a paper cone. And then you just have to put something on the bottom to seal it all in. And then you could just work off of that. So it would still be super cute. So what I'm going to do is take all of my little eggs, and I'm going to start by hot gluing my eggs onto my styrofoam form. So I'm just going to grab my hot glue gun here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on one side of it, and then just start sticking it in random places. And you have to kind of hold it there for a second, because hot glue and styrofoam, it tends to kind of melt the styrofoam just a little bit. Hey, Leah. So I'm just going to keep hot gluing and sticking just anywhere, kind of randomly, and no specific type of pattern. Just randomly, whatever looks right to me. So, how was everyone's Valentine's Day weekend? I have an astronaut heading my way. You want to show them your astronaut helmet real quick?
No, I'm coming over here.
Huh?
No, I'm just coming over here.
You just show them your astronaut helmet and then go back to playing. Very cool astronaut helmet, y'all. So I hope everyone's Valentine's Day weekend was great, and that you guys had a wonderful time. I don't know if anyone saw my Facebook post. If you didn't, go check it out. We had a fabulous time. My husband surprised me and took me to Comedy Off-Broadway, and we saw Greg Morton, which if you've never seen him, I highly recommend it. He's wonderful. Super funny. But he actually called my husband on stage and as a volunteer, and y'all, it was just the greatest thing ever. And Andrew, he like made the show, and everyone afterwards just kept coming up to him and saying, "You made the show, and you did such a good job, and you were great," and all of this. It was funny. So right now I'm just kind of randomly gluing them on. It looks kind of silly right now, but when we finish and we put the moss on, it is going to be so cute. So just randomly putting them on here.
It's always a bad boy.
Go play, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Come on, boy.
And I'm just using all the colors. These eggs, they come in different colors, I believe. So like you've got the neutral ones, which is of course the one that I go for. But I think there is also like a pastel one. So that would be super cute as well to use.
Well, I want your astronaut helmet. No, I'm not giving you my astronaut helmet. Why? I have it. I need it.
So anyways, I have been, the past 2 days, I'm sorry I haven't been on. My mom's been repainting the whole interior of her house practically. So I've been there helping to paint. I got one egg falling off here. And once we get the moss in, the moss will really help to kind of hold our eggs on. So you can see, we're just being totally random here. Okay, we're going no specific pattern. I'm just trying to kind of space them out a little bit so that the same colors aren't right next to each other necessarily. And just almost there. If you're watching with me, say, hey, let me know what you're up to today. Have you been doing any crafting? My decorations, my Valentine's Day decorations have not come down yet because I've been at my mom's painting. And so I think that I'm going to try and get them down today and start putting up some Easter stuff because all of this snow has got me so ready to just say bye-bye to winter and hello to spring. So I am so ready to start decorating for Easter and getting my spring stuff out. I don't know about y'all, but I'm over the winter. I'm just over it. I did post the other day, on a positive note, I haven't seen a mosquito in a few months. So that is my one positive for winter is the lack thereof bugs, because I'm not crazy about them. And mosquitoes eat me alive. I can't go in our backyard in the dead of summer because I come back in with 20 mosquito bites. And so it's kind of nice. That's one reason why spring's my favorite. I was getting ready to say holiday. Spring's my favorite season because the bugs aren't overpowering. It's not super hot. And I can just enjoy being outside and not having to worry about the mosquitoes everywhere. And just be able to work in my yard and get things all cleaned up from the winter. Do you guys like to work in your yard? Pam, you're in Oklahoma? I had no clue that you guys lived in Oklahoma. I assumed you were still here in Kentucky. That's crazy. Well, I'm sure you're familiar with the amount of snow we have here. Andrew and I have almost been snowed in a few times because we couldn't get out of the driveway because all we have are, cars. And the snow was so deep and the ice that we couldn't get our cars out of the driveway. And so Andrew worked for an hour yesterday getting one of them out. And so he could go to work today. How much snow do you have in Oklahoma? Just about got it, y'all. So just take your time with this. Be patient with it. Just keep on gluing until you're happy with how it looks. Until you've got them just kind of sporadically placed all over. I think I just need a couple of more up towards the top. And I think I'm about there. Let's see, one more right over here. No. I think I'm gonna leave it. I feel like maybe I'll just stick one right there. Okay. 8 to 10 inches. Oh, wow. We obviously don't have that much. Thank goodness. Because the 4 or 5 inches that we do have is more than enough for me personally. All right. So now that we've got our eggs just kind of randomly and weirdly glued on here, we're going to fill it in with the moss. Hey, Trisha. So I'm just going to grab some moss. This just makes a huge mess. And we're going to go through a bunch of hot glue. So I've got my hot glue sticks set aside because I'm going to need them. Yeah, baby.
Can I go watch TV now?
Yes, if you can get it turned on. Because Mommy can't come down there to turn it on for you.
Instead, I want to do it what is it on right now?
With Mario? That's fine. Alright, so I'm going to start up here at the top, and I'm just going to put a bunch of hot glue all the way around my eggs, and just putting a big dollop of hot glue. And then I'm just going to grab a big bunch of moss and just start applying it wherever I've got the hot glue. And it's just going to go around our eggs. And our eggs are just going to kind of be like encased in the moss. So we get something like that. I'm getting ready to need another hot glue stick. So just take little handfuls of moss and just stick it in there. Just right onto that hot glue. Like I said, you will go through a lot of hot glue on this. It may even take a couple of like layers. But I'm just starting here at the top, and I'm just squirting a bunch of hot glue on. Just working in like 2-inch sections, 1 or 2-inch sections. And just putting bits down at a time. Just like this. And so just wherever I see an empty spot, I'm just gonna squirt some more hot glue on and grab some moss and stick it on. Just be careful to not get your fingers. That is important. Griffin has gotten so into playing Mario Kart on the Wii. We have the Wii, and he is obsessed with it, y'all. I mean, that's all he wants to play. And he's actually pretty good at it, which surprises me. I'm not sure why it surprises me so much, but anyways, he, that's all he wants to play lately is Mario Kart. Can I play Mario Kart? Can I play Mario Kart? And, he's been getting like first place and everything. And so I'm having to limit it. It's like, I have a 5-year-old and I'm already having to limit the video games. But honestly, I would probably rather him be on Mario Kart than like playing on his tablet or something, because I feel like the hand-eye coordination skills are a little bit better on Mario Kart. So here's what we're looking like so far. And I put some on the top as well. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep on gluing. This is going to go like that. And then our topiary is going to sit on top of this stand. And so once that dries, we're just going to glue that together. And if you wanted, you could use a different type of glue for this. To me, this is just the easiest. If you had some E6000, you could maybe use that, but it just takes longer to dry. And so anytime I do something like this, I just typically use hot glue. Really, a bigger glue gun would work a little bit better because you'd be able to get more hot glue out at a time. I actually made a wreath like this last year, which I'm sure you guys will be seeing as I start decorating for Easter. But I just made a wreath, and I took plastic Easter eggs that I got at, Dollar Tree, or that I had left over from previous Easter egg hunts. And so I took plastic Easter eggs and painted them, believe it or not, and then I speckled them to make them look like these eggs here that I'm using, and put them on a wire tree form, just hot glued them on, and then I just took this moss and filled in around it, and it turned out so cute. And I think I might have put a little bow on there, and it just turned out really cute on my front door. So there's lots of ideas for things that you could do with this. I'm gonna have hot glue strings everywhere, y'all. I hope this isn't getting boring. There's really no other way to do this than to just a little bit at a time. So I may just start putting it together and then send you guys pictures once it's done, or post a picture. You can see I'm going through quite a bit of moss. I would say you would need a couple of bags of moss from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's got a couple of different types of moss as well. They have this type of moss here. Hang on. They have this type of moss here that's just like this sort of fuzzy looking stuff. And then they've got this sort of reindeer moss that looks like this. I really like the reindeer moss better, but when you're doing something like this, it's kind of nice to have a mixture of both of them, just to have the variation. And then I think you can also get the Spanish moss, the sort of brownish stuff that grows in Florida. I think that Dollar Tree's got that as well. So I'm just going to keep going like this. This is where we're at. This is what it's looking like. I'm going to show you, though, how I'm going to put this together. So I've got my little wooden disc or plaque. It's a 4-inch plaque. It's just kind of like got a beveled edge on it. And it was raw originally. I just painted it whatever color you want to paint it. I painted it green because I didn't have any white. And then a little candlestick. This is a wooden candlestick. It was raw from the crafts section. And you could do this, or you could even go to like a thrift store or a Goodwill and just find some kind of candlestick. The reason why I've got the plaque is because I felt like it needed a wider base. So if you find a candlestick that has a wider base, then you obviously wouldn't have to mess with it. Just stick with that. But you can see I just put that on there. It just looks like a candlestick. This base just wasn't wide enough. I didn't feel like to support the topiary. So all I'm going to do is put some hot glue on the bottom of my candlestick. Let me get the sticker off so that it'll stick. This candlestick, I just saw the sticker. It actually came from Hobby Lobby. I can tell by the sticker. It was regular price $1.99. So there you go. If it's on sale, you get it for like 30 or 40% off at least, and it'll be less than $2. So I'm just going to put a dollop of hot glue on the bottom and then just center it on my little plaque. Press it down. Okay, so that's what we have. We just have a nice base for our cute little topiary. And so then all I'm going to do next is just hot glue the top of the candlestick and just put my little topiary right on the candlestick. Okay? And then I may or may not add a bow. Chances are I'm just going to leave it like it is. So you can see how that's turning out. It's looking really cute. It's going to take me a minute to get it all finished and get all of the moss on just the way I like it. But I just feel like it's getting kind of boring sitting here and you guys just watching me glue moss by little bits at a time. So I am going to hop off and then I'm going to finish this and I'll post a picture of it when I'm done. So if anyone has any questions about it, just feel free to comment on this live and I'll be happy to answer those questions and we'll get this thing finished. And then I'll be sharing as soon as I start putting my decorations up. I'm going to try to start sharing pictures with y'all so you can see, and hopefully I can get my Valentine's Day stuff down today and finish with my Easter decorations, or start. I'll probably just have to start. All right, you guys. So you all have a fabulous day. Have a wonderful day. If you're planning on getting, or if you're scheduled to get more snow tonight, which I know that we are here in Kentucky, I hope that you have lots of safe travels and that it's not too bad as far as how much you get and how the roads are and all of that. So you all have an awesome day and we'll talk soon. Bye.